feel good today, my skin feels good today, she feels good today. So we're just gonna have a little bit of story time while I do my makeup, even though I don't know how to do it that way. I guess when I was 15, I was pretty average. Like, I had just started high school. I went to Bayview High School, and I didn't really have a lot of friends, but I had a lot of friends like by my block where I lived at. So, but I liked high school. Like, I liked the high school that I went to. Like, it was really nice. Like, well, Bayview High School isn't nice, but I mean, the atmosphere was okay for me. And for my first couple months there, because I got into a fight with this girl, but it's not because the girl did anything to me. I actually just, I don't know. I don't really know why, but so that happened. They expelled me for life, and I had to go to an alternative school. Oh, that really happened to me when I was 15. I went to an alternative school, and I met a guy who ended up being my boyfriend, like, a couple weeks after, but he was older than me, so that pretty much explains everything. So up and down, I was not gonna bring him up, but he kind of sums up most of my 15-year-old life and my 16-year-old life, because like during the summer we hung out probably a lot, and we were like crazy. Like, we were like, he was like crazy for me, but I wasn't crazy for him because I was so young. I was crazy about life. Moral of the story is that he was crazy for me, and I was too young and too wild to be crazy back. I wanted to have fun. Like, what I really valued the most were my friendships. I am so in love with my friends. Like, my friends were everything to me when I was growing up, because I didn't have a lot of family. My mom was the only parent in the house, and my dad wasn't really around, and I had like 1,000 like brothers and sisters, and just let me live my own life. They lived their own life. They were never really home, so all I really had were like my friends. Moral of the story with that is he probably was the one that probably introduced me to a lot of different drugs. I wasn't doing drugs when I was a kid, so don't even try it. No. Witnessed him doing different types of drugs, so I was being more knowledge with what every type of drug is and what it does. And I mean, he was a pretty cool guy back then, but now that I think about it, now that I'm like 20, I'm starting to realize, like, wow, he was kind of a creep, because what was he doing with a 15-year-old girl? But whatever, like, it's life. So me and my friends were really into the art life. We went to the museum all the time. We always were finding new places to look at graffiti, and we probably discovered a lot of different places, and we just took pictures of it. And then later on in life, we started doing all of the graffiti shit.
I will not say what our fucking names are, because that's a secret. It's not a secret, but this isn't a shout out channel. This isn't, I'm gonna shout my friends' graffiti shit out, because we have a lot of beef in the graffiti industry, whatever like however you want to call it. But
I had met, he was a graffiti artist, and I think I was more in love with art than I was probably ever gonna be with him. I think I just liked his company more than anything. But when you're 15, you don't fucking love anyone, and you don't care about anybody. You care about you care about your friends, you care about hanging out, but I don't care what anybody says. When you're 15, you don't love anyone, okay? You love
your own self.
I probably had one of the best, like, younger years, even though, like, I don't know. Like, we weren't like rich kids. Like, we lived on the south side of Milwaukee, okay? And like, we went to shitty high schools. Like, we had shitty parents. Like, it was one of those like situations, but like we made the best of it. Girls that are like 15, 16, like hoeing around and doing all this wild shit with guys, it kind of just mind boggles me, because it's like there's so much shit to do when you're a kid. And in Milwaukee, it's like we're broke. Milwaukee is so broke, but I don't know, if you have like a creative mind, creative friends, like, you definitely find a way. And I probably had one of the most funnest years being a kid. Like, even though I didn't have a lot of family, like my family was really my friends, and that's why I would always like do crazy stuff with them, because like they meant so much to me, and they still do. Like my mom's gonna be watching this and she's gonna be like, really, bitch, like what the fuck, like how come I never do this? But like when I was also like 15, 16, like I would sneak out like a lot. Like I would sneak out of the house like at night and go hang out with my friends and shit, and we would smoke and like do crazy stuff together. And but honestly, I don't regret like not 1 minute of it. Like I actually wish all the time that I could go back in time and just relive those moments, because those moments would probably never be the same if I tried to do it now. Because like when you're younger, like life is so much better, because you can't really get in trouble because you're young, and like they're just gonna warn you not to do it again, and then you will, and it's like whatever. But when you're younger, like nothing matters to you. When I was like that age, all I really wanted to do was have fun, and that's exactly what I did. And like that guy was fucking toxic. He was so toxic. Maintained like a friendship. Like I think it was until I was like, I don't know, until I was like 18 or 19 when he wanted to like have like a relationship with me, and like he wanted to be with me, but I didn't want to be with him. He was fun to be around and stuff, but just as a friend. Like I think I always saw him as a friend, even though like when I was younger we dated. But I don't know, is it really a relationship? Like, do you really have relationships when you're like 15, or like is that just, I don't know. But I did feel really pressured about a lot of things, and he knew it. Like he knew it. So I think because when I was older and I started to experience more things, I realized that wasn't okay. Like what he was doing wasn't okay. And I have a daughter, so like I wouldn't want someone like him to come into her life and do what he was doing to me. That's why I say if you're older, you should stay away from younger girls. You don't want to be that guy. Like you don't want to be that weirdo. And like, dude, if you're watching this, I don't hate you, but I'm pretty happy that I didn't waste my younger years like going crazy over guys and shit. I actually never, like I'm not the type to be crazy over a guy. Like that shit is just not your time. Like it's not worth your time. And I'm happy I'm with a guy now that respects me and isn't weird or tries to pressure me into things that I don't like. I'm really happy to be with a guy that understands me and can relate to me on so many different things. And I'm so happy to be with a guy. I'm so happy to be with a guy that's just so perfect.
I guess I can say when I was 15, I was a fucking goofy. I was a fucking goofy.
And like everyone knew it. I was never ever a party girl. Like I never been to a party, never been to a house party, never been to nowhere. Like I don't party, I don't like partying, I don't like places that have a large group of people. That's not my thing. Never, like, has never ever been my thing, and never will be. I'm not talking about no one that does party. That's good for you, but for me personally, I don't like to party, so I don't. It's so cute. I love the colors so much. The advice for today is don't let a guy ruin your younger years and have fucking fun, bitch. And trust me, the right one will come to you. And yeah, let God do all the work. I met my boyfriend when I was like 16. We didn't date though.
We were like in the shadows with each other forever. For like ever, oh my god. And then boom, out of nowhere we have a kid, and now we're gonna get married. We live together. We're having such a great time together. I love him so much. If you're watching this, I fucking love you.
So that's it for this video, guys. You can like or subscribe. I don't care. I'm still gonna post anyways.